Hello everyone, this is Sean, Product Manager at Checkflo, and today we're going to go through the necessary steps to connect your QuickBooks account to our Checkflo app. Syncing your Checkflo account with QuickBooks will allow you to import all your check payments from QuickBooks while retaining all the benefits of creating those checks within QuickBooks. Now, the benefit of syncing the two together is that it improves operational efficiencies and reduces administrative costs, all with less effort and less paperwork. So let's begin. As you guys can see here, I have a QuickBooks account set up. It's called Red Medium. This is just a dummy account for demonstrational purposes. So the first step is to go to our website, which is www.checkflo.com. Once on our website, you'll see on the top right this sign up button. You just click on it and it'll bring you to this page right here. If you already signed in to QuickBooks like I am right here, all you have to do is just click on Connect to QuickBooks, and it'll open up a new tab, and it will let you pick the company that you want to sign up Checkflo for. In this situation, I'm going to click on Red Media since I have it already open. This is the second step where you need to give authorization to Checkflo to pull certain data from QuickBooks. Don't worry, the information that will be shared will remain confidential and will not be shared with any third party. So click Connect. Now the third step will be to complete the sign up form, which will load any moment. As you guys can see here, certain information will be pulled from your QuickBooks account and certain information may not. In the situation that it may not, you just have to fill it in. In my case, it did, so I'm going to create myself a password for my Checkflo account. And we'll go ahead and go to the next step. Now, just before we continue, don't forget to click on I have read and accepted the terms and conditions. So click sign up. Now, you'll get this pop up right here once the account has been successfully created. Now, for the fourth step, we need to add a bank account to the Checkflo account. Now, we have an account here, which is Bank of America. So we're going to use that one for the QuickBooks account so they sync together. So we're going to click Bank of America, company name, Red Media, bank name, Bank of America. We're going to select the country that the company operates in. In this case, it's the United States, California. Address. The address here is the bank address. So this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to put fictitious information. You are required to provide real information. Fake Street, City San Pablo, zip code 33109, routing number. Again, you would be required to provide valid information, account number, and now the currency of the account, United States dollar. And if it's a checking, just make sure it's on checking. So we'll move on to the next step. Now this is the next step, which I think is the fifth step. You are required to upload a primary signature, an image of a void check, and if you want, your company's logo, but it's optional. So I'll go ahead and upload my signature, and you do need to crop your signature right here as I'm doing. And you do need to add your name here, and this information will be on the check itself. There we go, and then we'll upload a void check. And since I would like to have my company logo, I'll include that as well. Now you also do have to crop your company logo at the same time. So we'll click on Upload Images. This might take just a little bit of time since it's processing all the information. Okay, now the next step is to just include certain information on the check. If you want to have your company logo, you can click on it. If you want your company address to be included and your bank's address. Just for demonstrational purposes, I'll include all three of them. And additionally, we do provide a marketing opportunity on all of our checks. You can provide a generic message to all your recipients. And this is just to show what we can do. I'll write hi from Red Media. Okay, so this here is just a dummy check, just to give you an idea of how everything would be placed. As you see here, we have our message, we have our company logo, my company's address, my bank's address, and this is the recipient right here. Now, before we go on, if everything is okay, you can click on Activate. All the data that you just provided us with, such as your banking information, will be sent to us to be reviewed and processed. This may take up to 24 to 48 hours. You will receive an email letting you know once it's been activated, and then from there you can go ahead and process, print, and mail checks right away. So I'm just going to click on Activate, and then we'll go ahead and we'll go over to the next step, which is to import checks. Okay, so once everything has been approved, you just have to go to the QuickBooks tab on the top right and click on Import Checks. And then you just have to select the bank account. In this case, it's Bank of America, as we see here. And just to give you an idea how it's supposed to work within QuickBooks, these are all the checks that need to be printed. So the process is you pick a check that needs to be printed. For example, Hall Properties, this is for office space. You make sure that it's for Bank of America, and then you just click on Print Later. So it'll be put in a queue, so to speak. So we have 6 checks here to be printed. So we'll go back here and we'll click on Import. And then all these, perfect. So all these checks were pulled. And then from here, we can pick to select, to start a check at 1. Oh, so you have to select all the checks first. And then you can start them by 1. And then if each check needs to be, if all checks need to be sent within the same country, you can just click on this and it will put them all. And from here, you can choose to send by mail or by FedEx if it needs to be there the next day by noon. So I'm just going to set a few up to FedEx and then a few to mail. So these 5 checks need to be printed, and the subtotal is $50.75. So once you're okay with everything, you can hit submit to process. Now, sometimes you might see this as red. That means certain information may be missing. For example, the mailing address or a phone number or the person's name. So just keep that in mind, and this information needs to be modified within vendors right here, if that's the case. In my situation, everything's good, so I'm ready to hit submit to process. And then from there, it will give you your amount that's due and all the necessary information, and then we'll click on authorize and then hit pay. So that's the entire process of syncing your Checkflo app with QuickBooks. If you do have any questions, feel free to give us a call, or if you'd like, you can email us at info@checkflo.com. Thank you very much, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.